This is for building the special pallet to mount the load to the flatbed wagon. Comes in 3 parts: base in 1mm, middle in 3mm, and top in 1mm. Very small thin sections are holding it together, which we break away after it's been assembled. So we start off with the base, and as you can see there are some small lines scribed. That's so that we can align the middle section correctly on top. The middle section has some lines scribed. That is the position the top half on. So initially it's middle section onto bottom section, and align it with the marks. Having lined it up, we then use a thin super glue. Just gently push down to hold it in position. Just add a little drop at each end. And slowly work our way along. That's the middle section joined to the bottom. We now have to fix the top section to the middle section. As before, we got alignment marks. So we position it into the alignment marks, being careful not to break any of the joints that are holding the planks together. Having positioned it, we now need to glue it into position. So very gently put a little bit of pressure top to the middle, and just apply a little bit of super glue at each end. Just to locate it in position. Just give that a few seconds to dry before we move any further. Right, okay, we can now release. This is the trickiest bit, because we've got to glue each one of those individually down, because when we then cut those points there, they're then free to move around. So let's make sure we do every single plank as we go. And the other thing, we don't want to give it a kick, otherwise the load won't fit into it. So gently hold the other end and just slowly work down. Using a bit of tissue to get rid of the excess. Right, turn it round and add just a little bit at each end again. Right, so we've now glued the inner side, but we haven't glued the outer side of the planks. And the best way to do this is to turn it over and do this from the reverse side. Again, glue just down, just touch a bit of glue where the plank joins the middle section. Turn it round, do the other side. So we've now glued the plank to the bottom, to the middle, and then we've joined the planks. Now we've gone around the outside. So we need that to thoroughly dry now before we go any further. Well, that's our 10 minutes up. So now it's time to trim off the excess. So what we've got to do is just remove each one of those on both sides, and then to remove the cross strut that joins the middle section. And the best way to do that is with a sharp knife, hold 2 planks, let's see if you can see that, hold 2 planks and just flick it out, clean it up afterwards. And then just pare down with the knife each side. And round to the other side. And then to remove the section that holds the middle section together, again give it a break first and just pare down each side. You can leave the other way and there's no point in taking that one out. So that's your pallet finished, and if you've done it right we should find that the engine should fit. So drop him down into the cutout, push him down, should drop in quite nicely, which it does. There we go, one pallet with engine fitted.